On a crisp April evening in 2025, the Royal Albert Hall glowed like a jewel under London's starlit sky. Its iconic red brick dome, adorned with golden lights, pulsed with anticipation as the elite of Britain philanthropists, celebrities and cancer survivors gathered for a gala unlike any other. Hosted by Prince William, the Prince of Wales, the event aimed to raise millions for cancer research, a cause deeply personal to the royal family since King Charles III's diagnosis with pancreatic cancer in late 2024. The gala was more than a fundraiser. It was a beacon of hope, a tribute to a king fighting for his life. Yet, beneath the dazzling chandeliers and soaring music, a sinister plot was unfolding, one that would shake the monarchy to its core. William, resplendent in a tailored black tuxedo, stood at the heart of the preparations. His hazel eyes, usually warm, carried a steely resolve. Since Charles's diagnosis, he had watched his father endure grueling chemotherapy sessions at Sandringham, his once vibrant spirit tested by pain. The gala was William's vow to fight back, to channel his grief into action. He had spent months planning, securing performances from Elton John and Adele, and inviting cancer survivors to share their stories. The centerpiece was a new foundation to be announced that night, dedicated to pancreatic cancer research in Charles's name. "This is for Dad," William confided to Kate, his voice thick with emotion, as they reviewed the guest list in Kensington Palace days before. Unbeknownst to William, Queen Camilla watched from Clarence House with growing unease. Since ascending as Queen Consort in 2022, she had carved a formidable presence, leveraging her position to shape palace dynamics. But Charles's illness had shifted the spotlight to William, the heir whose charisma and compassion echoed the late Princess Diana. Polls in the Times showed William's approval rating at 72%, dwarfing Camilla's 39%. Her resentment festered, fueled by whispers of her polarizing past and comparisons to William's effortless rapport with the public. "He's stealing the narrative," she muttered to a trusted aide, her fingers tightening around a glass of sherry. Camilla saw the gala as a threat, a stage for William to cement his role as the monarchy's future. She resolved to act. Her plan was ruthless. Through a shadowy network of courtiers, Camilla orchestrated the creation of fake medical records, doctored to suggest Charles's cancer had metastasized to his liver, with a prognosis of mere months. The documents, stamped with forged NHS letterheads, were leaked to The Sun hours before the gala, timed to unleash chaos. The headline screamed, "King's Cancer Crisis, Charles Faces Final Days." The leak was designed to sow panic, overshadow William's event, and paint him as insensitive for hosting a lavish gala amid his father's supposed decline. Camilla's aide, a former tabloid insider, ensured the story spread like wildfire on X, with hashtags like "Chayan Charles in Crisis" trending by midday. As the gala approached, William was blindsided. His phone buzzed with frantic calls from aides as the news broke. Standing in his dressing room at Kensington Palace, he scanned the article, his jaw tightening. "This isn't true," he said, his voice low but firm. He had spoken to Charles that morning. His father was weak but stable, responding to a new immunotherapy trial. The records were a lie, but the damage was done. Social media erupted with speculation, some accusing William of callousness, others questioning the monarchy's transparency. Kate, radiant in a sapphire gown, placed a hand on his arm. "You can fix this," she whispered. "Show them the truth." At the Royal Albert Hall, the atmosphere was electric yet tense. The auditorium, with its crimson seats and gilded arches, brimmed with 5,000 guests, their murmurs punctuated by the clink of champagne flutes. Cancer survivors, dressed in elegant attire, mingled with donors, their presence a testament to the gala's purpose. Backstage, William conferred with his team, his mind racing. A source close to the palace had tipped him off. The leak traced back to Clarence House. A screenshot of a WhatsApp chat, carelessly sent by Camilla's aide to a journalist, had surfaced, revealing her instructions. Make sure the records hit before the gala starts. The betrayal stung, but William saw an opportunity. He would not let Camilla's cruelty define the night. The gala began with a haunting performance by Adele, her voice soaring through Make You Feel My Love, dedicated to Charles. The audience, already emotional, dabbed at tears. Then William took the stage, his presence commanding silence. The spotlight bathed him in a golden glow, his dark suit a stark contrast to the dazzling lights. Tonight is about hope, he began, his voice steady but laced with emotion. It's about the millions fighting cancer, including my father, King Charles. He paused, letting the weight of his words settle. But tonight, I must address a lie. The audience gasped as William recounted the fake medical records. My father is fighting, not fading, he declared, his eyes scanning the crowd. He spoke to me this morning, urging me to make this night count. He revealed the truth about Charles' treatment, citing his immunotherapy progress, and then dropped the bombshell. The leak came from within our own circle, he said, his voice rising. A chat, exposed just hours ago, proves this was a deliberate attempt to sabotage hope. The room erupted in murmurs, then applause, as William announced the King Charles Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, seeded with £10 million from royal and private funds. The climax came when William invited Sarah Thompson, a 32-year-old pancreatic cancer survivor, to the stage. Sarah, frail but radiant in a silver gown, shared her story of beating the odds thanks to early detection. Prince William gave me hope, she said, her voice breaking, and King Charles, through his fight, inspires us all. As she embraced William, the audience rose in a standing ovation, their cheers echoing through the hall. On X, William saves, Charles trended globally, with posts praising his courage and condemning the palace plot. A viral clip of Sarah's embrace racked up millions of views, while The Guardian ran a headline, William's triumph, a prince defends his king. Camilla, watching from Clarence House, felt the ground shift. Her plan had backfired spectacularly. The leaked chat, now circulating online, was traced to her inner circle, with the Telegraph identifying her aide as the culprit. Public outrage was swift. On X, users posted memes of Camilla's scowl juxtaposed with William's radiant smile, with captions like, The Queen of Schemes versus the King of Hearts. Commentators noted her absence from the gala, a stark contrast to Kate's glowing presence in the front row, her sapphire gown mirroring William's tie. The fallout was seismic. King Charles, resting at Sandringham, watched the gala via livestream, his eyes misting as William spoke. Sources close to the king revealed his fury at Camilla's betrayal, particularly as it exploited his illness. 2 days later, Buckingham Palace issued a historic statement. Charles, in a rare public move, named William patron of the King Charles Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, praising his unwavering dedication to our family and nation. The statement also announced a restructuring of ceremonial roles, stripping Camilla of oversight over royal patronages, transferring it to a neutral committee. Insiders called it a quiet coup designed to curb Camilla's influence without public scandal. The public response was jubilant. In London, crowds gathered outside Kensington Palace, chanting William's name. The Times published an editorial hailing him as the monarchy's moral compass, while the Scotsman noted that his speech eclipsed Camilla's machinations with raw humanity. On X, as William saves, Charles was joined by King Charles fights, with posts sharing stories of cancer survivors inspired by the gala. William, true to form, remained humble, issuing a statement thanking the survivors and donors. This is for my father and every fighter, he said. Camilla retreated to Clarence House, her fury palpable. She underestimated William, a former aide told the Daily Mail. She thought she could control the narrative, but he turned her weapon against her. The leaked chat became a cautionary tale, with analysts noting Camilla's miscalculation in targeting a prince beloved for his authenticity. Her icy demeanour at subsequent engagements only fueled the narrative of her defeat. The gala raised £25 million, a record for royal fundraisers, and the King Charles Pancreatic Cancer Foundation launched with global support. William's speech was replayed on BBC, its message of hope resonating far beyond the hall.